This is the plaintiff, Karen Savage. She says the defendant hired her to paint a picture of her deceased dog. Now the woman has her picture, and she has no money. That's right, the defendant's trying to stiff her, and she's here suing for the $95 she's owed. This is the defendant, Katie Weimer. She says her 1-year-old puppy, Shelby, was run over by a car, and the plaintiff painted a picture of her beloved dog for her. The plaintiff, however, never mentioned she was going to be charging her for the painting. The woman should have told her that before painting the picture, not after, and she's not paying. She's accused of getting painted into a corner.
All parties, please raise your right hand. People's Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Marilyn Leon is now presiding. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Savage, what brings you to court today?
Well, back in July, I posted a picture of a dog that I had painted for my sister on Facebook. And Katie is a member of one of the groups that I posted the picture on. And she said she'd love me to paint a picture of her dog. So I found her on Facebook, and that was on the 20th of July of last year. And on the 21st, she responded back, and that's when we started talking. I asked her what kind of dog she had. She told me the sad story about how her dog got run over, and I felt so bad for her. And I told her how much the paintings were. I gave her 2 prices for 2 different sizes, and she chose the smaller one. And then I showed her a picture of the dog I painted for my sister, and told her that the shipping is going to be kind of expensive, around $40, because she lives in Colorado and I live in Florida. And she said that would be okay.
And then what happens? You get to the post office, you finish the painting, you actually send her a picture of the painting.
Yes.
And then you find out the shipping's $5 more. You run that by her, and you send it off. And you send it off before she pays you.
Unfortunately, yes, my bad.
You're new at this, aren't you?
I was new, yes, very new.
Yeah.
And she said she was going to pay me that day, so I sent her the picture.
And did she?
She never paid me, but I did send the picture.
You get payment first. Oh, I know you sent the picture. Payment first, product after, right? Particularly when you've already, in fact, 50% of the payment before you start doing the painting. I mean, what if she never gives you money and you've painted some lady's dog? Ms. Weimer, what's going on?
Oh, my goodness. Between all the conversations that I had with Ms. Savage, I do not recall her ever saying anything about the cost of shipping until she was at the post office. And she said it was going to be this amount. And I was thrown off by the cost of the shipping. It seemed, I know it's going to be a lot, but I did not know it was going to be that much. And my husband had also been contacting Miss Savage on my Facebook. And so there was a lot of things that I did not know or were aware of until afterwards. And so it just put me in this really bad position where I did not know what was going on.
I don't get it. What did you think? You hired her to paint a picture of your dog. I'm sorry that you lost your dog, but did you think she was doing it for free?
Because of the group that we were in, it's the DIY and supporting other artists. And I asked her if she would be willing to paint one for me, and she said she would, but she never mentioned any cost at that time. So
she never mentioned cost, and you never agreed to pay $50, and you're part of a support group that supports artists by making them work for you for free?
Not work for free. I thought she was doing something from the bottom of her heart, kindness, knowing what had just happened to me. This dog was more than just a dog. It was my service animal. I mean, she was with me constantly. And, I suffer from extreme anxiety and PTSD. And that dog was literally my guiding light through life.
No, I don't doubt that. What I'm asking you is, do you have the painting that the plaintiff painted for you?
Yes, I do.
You do. All right. And did you know before she paid the shipping for the painting, before she paid it, did she tell you, hey, it's going to be $45 for shipping? And did you say, yes, okay?
She contacted me at the post office saying it shipped and that's how much it was going to cost.
And what did you say? I'm not paying for shipping? What was your response to it?
No, I did say, okay, let me talk to my husband. And then, like I said, my husband had been communicating with her on my Facebook Messenger.
Okay, and I see you at one point where he wrote to her, and the only thing he said to her was, this is Robert, Katie's husband. Kay, apologize. We recently had a break-in and lost everything. That painting is on my wall, and you deserve every penny of the $105. I am so sorry. I will send it out ASAP. Thank you, and your painting brought love and hope. Know it is amazing and means so much. Send me an address. I'll send it immediately. And this is an admittance of payment, so please don't waste your money on court. Just send me the address. That's the only time I see your husband writing to her when she threatens small claims court, because it is now at that point how many months that you had not been paid, Ms. Savage?
That was in October. So it was from
right when
July, and I sent the painting
July,
the
August,
end
September,
of July.
October. So that's right. So that's three months later. She's finally saying that she's going to end up taking you to small claims. Did your husband ever send that money?
No, he did not. And he had messaged her several other times in between that. That was about the payments.
Okay, great. Has anybody, well, but nobody sent the payment, right? Because that's why I'm here. All right. Who is this the painting that you sent her? Or is this the one for your sister, Ms. Savage? This is really cool.
Very beautiful.
Very cute. So I'm looking at some Facebook messages. Let's go over them. This one is from July 21st, where she says, I live in Florida. She sends you a picture of the one she did for her sister. She says, I live in Florida. Shipping is about $40. Unfortunately, I just did this one for my sister. She wanted a lot of bling. What kind of dog was your sweetie? She was a toy terrier. I can pay the shipping. That's no problem. So we know you agreed before she hadn't even painted the painting yet. So that's because she's showing you her sisters and asking you what kind of dog is your dog. So you agreed to shipping before she even shipped it. It's not on the day of shipping that you find out. The only difference was a $5 difference, which you agreed to. You say you didn't know you were supposed to pay her. This is on July 22nd. What size do you want? You, the normal size you make, LOL, I guess, LOL. Her, 16 by 20 is 100, 12 by 16 is 50 stretched canvas. And you say, I'll take 12 by 16. So can you explain to me, after I've just read to you your own words, why this lady sent you this beautiful painting that is so meaningful to both you and your husband, and you both end up stiffing her?
I really don't want to make any excuses, but I should have not let my husband communicate for me, because then there was a lack of communication between my husband and I. And he told her
I don't understand.
He was going to pay her.
Okay. And so why didn't he pay her?
Because I don't know.
Do you talk to your husband?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So what is it then? Is it financial difficulties, or you didn't think that she would actually take you to court? So you thought you could get away with it? Which is it?
No, at that time.
Or did you really think that people go around doing stuff for you for free and paying out of her pocket? She not only paints you the painting for free, but she pays out of her pocket to get it to you. Which of the three alternatives is it?
No, we were in a huge bind. We had, like he had said, we had been robbed for $35,000. I mean, we got the police involved, the CBI, everyone, and it was a really bad time.
And I'm sorry about that, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't then don't order paintings at that time. She gets her $95, and let me just say, you are very talented. Did you just start doing this for commercially? Well, you're very talented. I think they're whimsical and lovely. And what is your website? KarenSavageArt.com. There you go. You may have had to sue in court, but you got a little plug on the People's Court. Ms. Weimer, pay the lady $95. Good luck, folks.
So the judge fines for the plaintiff for the full amount, the $95. Ms. Weimer, everybody is certainly sorry about your dog. Let me ask you, number one, the painting. How important is that painting to you now? And how good do you think it is? When you saw it, what was your reaction?
I cried. It's breathtaking. She does amazing work, and that's a piece of art that will always be with me.
So I'm sorry, but you're going to have to pay her, okay? Good luck to you.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. You're very welcome. Ms. Savage, I bet you've learned something from this incident, haven't you?
I have. I've learned a lot. Get paid first and then do the painting, or at least half of it.
At least you have a very satisfied customer. She loves the dog, and obviously it's going to be near and dear to her for a long time. So that'll make you feel good, okay?
Thank you.
And you got a plug. Okay. Well, that'll wrap it up for this case. Very good again, Ms. Savage. You are one lucky lady. Okay. Harvey?
Thank you.
What do you think?
So the plaintiff ended up getting $95 for the painting. And what's interesting about this case is that the reason is not so much between the two of them, the plaintiff and the defendant. It's the fact that the defendant's husband had an email and basically acknowledged that payment was due. So sometimes, even if the agreement is a little bit vague, if there's collateral evidence, like in this case, that'll do it.
Hey, Judge Marilyn, do you ever follow up with the litigants after their cases are over? Thanks. Patience.
I often will tell the litigants, and drop me a line and let me know what's happening. So either they are dropping the line and my producers are not telling me, which I highly doubt, or they leave us and then they move on with their lives. Right. You've had criminal defendants write to you, right?
Yeah, I've had people reach out to me, or I've met them in places on the street.
I've met them. I have met them on the street, and I was in a parking lot, and it was dark, and I was petrified. And the fellow said, "You were my judge," and blah, blah, blah. He said, "Oh, you changed my life. Thank you," and shook my hand.
Well, that's always a nice feeling. But once also, didn't you have a litigant here on the People's Court who had appeared before me in another
my gosh. He was talking about his case in Florida, and then he said, and then I was in front of Judge Schlesinger, and I said, "Oh, that's funny." He goes, "Why is that funny?" I said, "That's my husband, right?" And he was like, "No, I didn't know that."
Did you say I treated him right, or what
I can't remember. He was kind of nutty.
Threw the book at him?
I don't remember what he said.
All's well that ends well.